I figure if I'm somewhat just like bottom disguised by the grass, maybe it doesn't look quite as weird. I just look weird. Come on, open your eyes. Nope, no eyeballs. She doesn't like to have eyes. I don't look as fun and glittery. Will it look different whenever? I mean, not that it matters that much, but I guess I just don't know what it's gonna see. Well, it doesn't look as pretty. Sometimes she's super pretty and glittery, and she's not pretty and glittery in here. Well, I mean, kind of. Now I'm floating again. Why am I floating again? Bitch, sit the fuck down. What is wrong with you? Why are you bent like that? Why? Bitch, sit down. What is wrong with you? Why did that even happen? I didn't do anything! Oh my god. Do this stupid goofy ass arm thing. I can't see. Okay. Right. I guess I'm back on my knees again. I still can't get myself to move again. Come on. Move. Sheesh. Back up into the grass a little bit. Not too much. Jeez. Fine. Can't find things. I was so rudely interrupted because this thing decided to play the version of The Exorcist. And was like, bend body in half! VR apparently doesn't like me very much. Yeah. It is not. Eventually, full body tracking would be nice, so I could then sit on a pillow or something and not in it. Or on the stairs or whatever. That would be nice. Is people gonna be weirded out if I'm just bobbing like this? No? I'm like, I don't know what I look like, but... Is it like already recording stuff? Oh, I didn't know it was already recording stuff. How was I supposed to know? Is there a limit? I have a little gingerbread man in my stocking. He's cute. My earrings go swish while I'm rocking. That's so weird. Alright, let me see if this, like, scroll down function works. Nope. Damn it, my hands are, like, behind this screen again. How did I grab onto the... Okay. Do I have to, like, stay in this? I was just wondering. I mean, does it stay dark? Okay. I just mean because it doesn't... Whoa! Jeez. It just, like, kind of... Oh, it, like, scrolls on its own. Just by pointing up and down. That's what it seems to be doing. I was able to drag before. Do I have to, like, click a different button? Whoa. In the thing down here? Because I feel like it doing this is going to really fuck me up. Like, it randomly doing that by me moving my hand slightly. But it won't do it at all with the joystick being pressed. I don't know how to get it to work on there. Whoa, I accidentally hit the right side. Hit resume. Whoops. I did a thing and I don't know what I did. Ugh. Whoa, dang it, it came back.
Here you go.
I still, Okay. Now it's, like, not doing that. Do I need to, like, pick a different thing? I can't scroll now. No. Nope. Cannot. I don't understand. Oh, is that how it works? Is the switch like a thing? Jesus, how did I get all the way into chapter 7? Oh, how do I get to the chapters? Oh my gosh, do I just need to scroll all the way? This is gonna take a hot minute. I don't know how we ended up in chapter 7. Yeah. Oh, I have an itch. I have an itch on my eyebrow. God damn it. Which one's which? It's like not doing anything. What is it? Whatever. Itch. So if I click off of that, will it stop? Okay. But if I do that, it'll work again? Okay. But do I have to stay in this? Yes, I do. Or no, I don't. It's just hitting this front button, I guess. Yeah, well, we'll try. This might be a little bit difficult. Okay. I hate that it's left-hand control as well. It's a little bit annoying. Kind of want to just switch hands. Like, I don't know why it's left. Like, why? Why is this fucking left-handed? It's also bugging me because it's quiet in here, and I know. So it's bugging me slightly because it's also quiet, but... There seems like there's some sort of minor music playing in the background. I can't really hear anything. So it's very calm and meditative, which is weird, honestly. Huh? Sort of. I just hope it doesn't show me almost as like an Asian elf reindeer this whole time because of my eyes being closed. I don't want to be offensive. Open your eyes! Open eyes. Open eyes. I hate you. Why are you like this? Why? Why are you like this? But now they're closed again. Open your eyes. Open them. Keep them open. Stay open. Open eyes. Open eyes. Stupid reindeer. What? What? I don't know either. I feel like she doesn't always have her eyes closed like this. Like, usually I feel like they're open. They're like this. They're open. But do I have to, like... I feel like it's like it requires me to move my hands in front of my face at all times. Otherwise, it's like I can't register that you have eyeballs. But if I have my face, like, doing this, it looks like I'm just, like, flipping my boobs up and down over and over again. So I just look like a weirdo. Like, no matter what you do, kind of looks silly. I don't know what's happening there. But it's like, yeah, the second it's like I lower them, she starts to, like, close her eyes. Like, why? I turn away and you have to close them? Open your eyes. Our eyes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to handle this. Maybe? I mean, I am moving. I don't think so. Does this bitch just walk around with her eyes closed all day? Girl, how you fucking doing shit? You're just like, if I start to take a brisk walk, I'm just gonna close my eyes and go tra-la-la-la-la-la. Nothing bad can happen. Open your eyes. You loon. What the fuck's wrong with you? But I've been doing that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Well, I'm gonna try to just, I guess, sit still, apparently. Although, like, that doesn't work that well either. It looks weird because I have my hands just like, just kind of there. In, out. Just moving barely. Looks like I'm holding in an invisible box. Oh? What do you mean? Oh. I don't know. Guess I have to sit still for her eyes to be open, though. Right, well, I guess this is chapter 1 of Emotionless Badass. And it's titled, Why Not Fuck 'Em? His hands roamed over my bare skin, the touch bringing out a moan while his lips took mine. God damn, he's got the softest lips I've ever tasted. I let my fingers glide across his defined jaw, down his neck, enjoying the pulsing vein that ran up it. My hand lingered before moving down his hard and quick-rising chest. His mouth began calling my name as my lips left his to roam over his masculine muscles. I was ready to taste every part of his perfect body, and this simple sin would be forgiven, because Jesus died for my sins, right? My tongue roamed down, finding its way along the crook of his neck, where my teeth grazed over the tan skin. Lana, he called soft. Yes, say my name. I let my fingers pull lightly on his hair while I smiled into his chest, grinning at his roaming hands. Those hands more curious than a wild and mischievous cat. Oh, Lana, his voice became more rough, almost possessive. After I took his lips again, I let his hand squeeze my thigh as he called my name louder in more of hushed tone. My mind flooded in slight confusion. I mean, why the hell is he whisper shouting? Lana! I snapped my head back to look him over before he started fading away slowly and a more familiar face took his features. Lana! The blonde spoke with her elbow into my ribcage. She must have been doing it repeatedly since I could already feel the bruise forming. Damn, it's already hurting. Looking down at her, I noted her dark blue and white checkered miniskirt with the white button-up that had 3 of the top buttons free to show major cleavage. I knew her major cleavage wouldn't be there if it weren't for the new push-up she purchased at yesterday's sale. It was the same bra she'd been eyeing for the last 2 months. I hope I didn't look as slutty as she does. I mean, it's alright to look sexy, but this girl just screams fresh out of porno. I shook my head from my daydream, mentally cursing her for waking me before the good part started. What? I let my annoyance carry into my tone, and she pointed a newly manicured finger toward the front of the classroom. That was what was what. What was a very attractive what. He stood up at the front of the classroom with his arms built strong, a serious look that warned people not to fuck with him. The tattoos gave it away that he'd be known as a badass. This young man, stood at the front of the room staring over at the class board, his green eyes stopping me in my stupid, dirty thoughts. I noted the fact his short hair was brushed back, probably from the amount of times he's run his fingers through it. I would run my fingers through it, give it a nice pull and a little massage while I rode him. Wow, was all I could say. The sex gods stood at the front with a chiseled jaw that must have been crafted by an artist, the smallest stubbles of hair coming off, while even though he wasn't smiling, you could tell he had dimples. It showed when he tensed his jaw and swallowed nervously. Can you please promise you won't try to get at him? I'll have no chance against Aphrodite herself. Misty spoke in her seducing voice, sighing as her eyes roamed his body. Conquest 560 of this month. She's too much. As much as I'd like to make that promise, though, I'm not really sure I can. I'd be lying to you if I said yes. A small grin formed on my lips, causing her to scowl and shake her head in disbelief. She leaned back in her seat with her hands up in a surrender position. I give up. I've already lost. Her laughter followed her whispered words. I shoved her slightly. She's so dumb. She's the blonde beauty of this school, the typical hot white girl, just big blue eyes, long blonde hair, naturally rosy cheeks, with perfect lips and a matching body. She's the true Aphrodite. Class, listen up. We have a new student. Treat him well and... Mrs. Phillips looked him over, smiling slightly. What sports do you like? He looked her over with a straight face. Does this guy even own emotions? Girls leaned forward into their seats, waiting to hear the beautiful, sexy man's voice, while the guys leaned back to see what they're up against. It was a normal human reaction, interest on both sides nonetheless. Misty leaned forward, making her boobs spill over the table, to which I rolled my eyes. In a defensive way, I sat back, crossing my arms over my chest and tilting my head slightly. The new guy's cute, but a guy with no emotions or personality is a very boring guy. One that honestly doesn't get my motor running. Is that only a saying for guys? I mean, can a girl's motor run? Whatever, he definitely isn't my type. The looks? Yes. The lack of personality? Hell no. Cage fighting. His voice was deep, strong, and held so much power. It almost felt like a threat. Well, to me at least. Maybe because I hated having another male in the school who probably thinks he's got everyone wrapped around his stupid finger. Maybe I'm just judging a bit harsher than I should, but he just bothers me. Looking to the interest that grew in the eyes of the class, I scoffed. He seemed to notice their interest and stood straighter, puffing his chest a bit. Okay, I easily could have imagined that, but I swear he thinks he's tough shit. Cage fighting. Oh, please, everyone knows that's just a hoax. I can't wait to show him Misty and I own the school, not him. No guy, no matter how cute, is coming into my school and taking my place. I earned this damn spot. Years of heartbreaking and reputation building, and finally I'm on top. Oh wow, so you like fighting? Her eyes roamed down his arms, not caring about hiding the fact that she was deeply interested in his bulging arms. Probably his bulging dick as well. I'm not sure if he digs 46-year-old women with 2 children his age, but I guess I won't judge her. After all, I've been fantasizing about my third period teacher who's in his late 20s and has a pregnant wife. What can I say? He's got a really nice smile. Yeah, he stated, answering her question that I don't even remember, nor do I even care to know. I felt a hand squeeze my thigh tight as Misty bit her lip to avoid making a sound. Someone's excited about a new playmate. She's probably bored of all the guys in this town. I guess I don't blame her. I'd be bored too if I slept with all of them. Silly dirty girl. Okay, everyone, this is Ben McAllister. She sounded flustered and placed a hand on his arm as her eyes beamed at him with a small smirk. He looked down at her cautiously before he stepped away to the side a bit. Careful, Benji, she might bite ya. Some of the guys sitting in the back with us bit back laughs, others actually let it out, not giving a fuck. Guess Granny needs to change her panties. Vince spoke, laughing and giving his buddies half fives like he'd scored one. I looked back at my idiotic brother, giving him a cocked eyebrow and a look of disgust. He's so aggravating and immature sometimes. All I can do is get him back with snarky remarks. Don't be jealous. She never needed to change them for you, I said, rolling my eyes. He mocked me with a stupid face, to which I responded with a simple middle finger. Fuck, keeping it classy. This guy's lucky. Flipping him off is all I do. Misty looked over at Vince, smirking while mouthing, "Burned, motherfucker." His buddies sitting beside him eyed us with typical lusting looks and smirked in smirks that I always ignored. Having a twin is such an annoying thing. I always hear people wishing they had one. It's not that great. It's like having a sibling who's always there in every single part of your damn life. Even your own birthday isn't yours. It gets especially shitty when girls are always coming up to me to ask for stupid things about him, like what his favorite lunch is or if he's dating. If only they knew how awful he is. Maybe then they'd stop hounding me. He once told me that he wanted me to be homeschooled because of all the things guys talk about with him. Apparently, Misty and I are most favored topic in most group chats and drunk guy talks. Just Ben is fine. The hot new guy up front spoke, and I watched him stare at her with his furrowed eyebrows. I'm sure he thinks she's a whack job. It's okay. We all do. She nodded. He is, she stated, looking him over before shaking her head and correcting herself. I mean, yes, of course, Ben. You can take a seat behind Miss Panther, she said nervously. He stared out at the crowd, cocking an eyebrow lightly. My last name has always been something people went what the fuck at. I blame my ancestors, or thank them, depends on the occasion. I've been known to match my party name to Panther. I had black hair and green eyes that Misty says look cat-like. She says I remind her of my black cat Salem. Raising my hand, I put on a bored and very uninterested look on my face, one with a bit of a threat to let him know I was serious about this. He met my eyes and stared before heading toward the seat behind me. I let my hand drop elegantly to my desk and looked at him with no expression, matching his and hoping he'd feel like I did in his awkward glare. His face was stern, and when he sat behind me, I leaned forward, looking disinterested toward my brother's friend, who kept making gestures that looked as if he was fucking his desk. Immature loser. I rolled my eyes, crossing my arms and laying my chin on them as I looked over at Misty, who was trying so hard not to look at the boy behind me. She caved quickly, though, and I knew she regretted it immediately because she let out a, "Oh." They must have made eye contact because she spoke in a nervous, rushed tone. "Hi, I'm Misty. Do you have any friends?" Wow, way to win him over, Misty. Alex, what are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, everything just shut down. Well, now I'm in a blue, empty space of space. And a thing blocked my reading.
Oh. Um,
I'm in space. I did, damn it! Jesus. Hit play. Is it just trying to load or something? I don't know. I still have my thing in front of my face. It's blocking most of the VR shit. Why isn't this working? I am. God. Now what? I oh look. And because it's public, so I don't know how to do that. This? Well, technically I have other friends, don't I? What is happening here? Jesus. Okay, my screen has somehow ended up to the side of me. Oh, yeah. Am I standing, sitting? What is happening to my body? Or am I floating like a weirdo again? Nope, wrong button. Nope, wrong button. God damn it, which one of these things does the cold calibrating shit? Nothing. Why do you hate me? Also, my microphone looks like it's off. This isn't working. Nothing. Jesus, there. Christ on a cracker. The fuck? Like an 8-minute delay. Come on, you bitch. I'm telling you to recalibrate. The fuck? I am doing the thing. I am doing thing. You psycho bitch. I can't see myself either. I don't know if I'm sitting or not. Because I cannot see self. Left or right hand? I'm on the same screen where the calibrate thing is. What do you mean? Now what? Because that button just brings up that menu. Okay. Yeah, it's tools, emojis, expressions, and options. Christ. There's a slash through personal mirror. What do you mean? It's... Get out of there. Well, now I have a mirror, I guess. Can I grab you? We did this before, and we couldn't move you. Come on. The mirror! Come on. Why? Do I have to use two? Jesus. Go over here. Somewhere. And why'd you tilt? Why are you so fucking weird? Yeah. Probably a little too close to this mirror, probably still, but... Let's see if we can figure out this one again. Wish I would keep my eyeballs open, though. That would be great. See if you could do that. Yeah, be more alive, maybe. Why? I don't know why it doesn't register me, like, speaking either. Like, really well. Which is also really... How do I do that? Like, fix that, then? What is it? I don't know what that means, Alex. What do you mean? One of the AB things? And you don't even know which hand? What do you mean? I didn't do anything. Is it working now? Okay. Is that now you just have your mouth hanging open like you're ready to take a dick? What the fuck is wrong with this fucking character? Or does she just have really big lips? No, her mouth is open, isn't it? No, I'm not. The heck? I don't know. Can you open your eyes? Open them! Oh, that bugs me. Because it's just gonna look weird, like, because I'll just be speaking with, like, eyes closed the whole time. Maybe... if I can figure out how to do that again. I am. Nope. You have to, like, hold it or something? Is it... Well, sometimes sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Do I need to turn away from the damn thing to get it to work, apparently? Like, you gotta get away from all screens? Apparently, if I'm in front of the mirror, I don't do anything. And then it freezes whenever I get away from them, though. It's making me more angry than anything else. I'm about to say, fuck it. Stuck. I am frozen. All controls are frozen. My arms are no longer registering at all. Not on my side, it's not. I'm stuck. Nothing is moving. Nothing.
Are you back now?
Yeah. Jesus, this thing's like freaking out. Come on. Come on. And it's like frozen again. I don't know why I'm yellow. That look a little weird. At least my eyes are a little more open though. I don't know what's going on with the grass. Do I need to recalibrate again? Probably. Yeah, I was changing avatars so that hopefully the mouth movement and eyeballs would stay open. So I don't know if it'll work. Seems like every time I turn towards text, it closes my eyes. Like, why? I don't understand. Open your eyes. Open eyes. Open eyes. Nope. Still don't want to do that. Did this cat come with this outfit? Oh. I didn't know. I thought it was like just an object that was in that room when we like got these. Weird. I feel like I can't even tell if this avatar is wearing clothes in this room for some reason. Like, I just don't, and I look yellow, like in my little mini window of my face. I'm just annoyed that the eyes keep closing when I face toward text. I don't understand. Because my eyes are closed probably this whole time, yeah? I mean, right now, with the direction I am currently facing, they are currently closed and they are not opening. Right? Yeah. Why? Because why? When I'm looking at text? So I have to, like, keep my arms away in order to have eyeballs open? What the fuck? And then I have to come back to scroll down. Dear Lord, this is complicated. I almost would rather, like, just see through and not see this at all and just read from the tablet. Is it? How? I just want to be able to just, like, talk and have my eyeballs open while I'm reading in a character. I don't get why it should be that hard. It's really dumb if I have my arm over by the text that my eyes are going to close. It's really dumb. I don't know. Are my eyes open? Am I just standing with my arms up? Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Whoop, whoop. Oh, Lord. Put you over here. Okay. Not very straight, but you're kind of in the floor. Okay. I'm just like one arm up, maybe down to like scroll. Okay, I guess it's a solution. Oh god, it's kind of ridiculous. Things are definitely going to need to be spliced together in this one, I guess, and I'm also in two different people for reading in this case. Right, apparently this thing has registered that. Why are my eyes closed now? It's because I put my fucking other handheld down. Is that why? Yes. Lord, alright. Well, it's gonna wait because now I'm just frustrated and I need a break. I do think this tiny little cat thing is cute. It's on the floor. He's hanging out in the grass. I feel like I'm gonna have to recalibrate again because I don't know why I'm in the floor. I don't know what it thinks happening with my right arm, but it's like geeking out. Eyeballs are back. Eyeballs are open still. Yes, Midge. I backed it up a little bit, I guess. Midge, what are you doing? I'll move things. You can hop in my lap, but... Hi, where are you? I can't feel you. Where are you at? You're nearby. Hey. You little weirdo. I've been known to match my party name, the Panther. I had black hair and green eyes that Misty says looks cat-like. She says I remind her of my black cat Salem. Raising my hand, I put on a bored and very uninterested look on my face, one with a bit of a threat to let him know I was serious about this. He met my eyes and stared before heading toward the seat behind me. I let my hand drop elegantly to my desk and looked at him with no expression, matching his and hoping he'd feel like I did in his awkward glare. His face was stern, and when he sat behind me, I leaned forward looking disinterested, toward my brother's friend who kept making gestures that looked as if he was fucking his desk. Immature loser. I rolled my eyes, crossing my arms and laying my chin on them as I looked over at Misty, who was trying so hard not to look at the boy behind me. She caved quickly, though, and I knew she regretted it immediately because she let out a, "Oh." They must have made eye contact because she spoke in a nervous, rushed tone. "Hi, I'm Misty. Do you have any friends?" Wow, way to win him over, Misty. She just has a way with words. The girl's lucky she's a bombshell, otherwise she'd have a hard time getting men. He was silent, and I sat up, leaning back and flipping my hair over my shoulder. Wow, ignoring my girl? Hell no. This guy already wants to piss us off. My eyebrow cocked up as I felt my hair move. He was brushing it off his desk. Okay, that's fine. Don't answer me. She spoke, annoyed, and turned to me, scowling at him. No one ignored Misty. She's the one who does the ignoring. I looked over at Misty. If I were to rate this boy, he'd definitely be a 2 out of 5. Ignoring his deducts a whole number. 2, I spoke low while watching her try to shake off her embarrassment. She sighed and shook her head. More like 1, she scoffed. I laughed, feeling his eyes on me. Stupid guy. I told my mom I was staying at your house tonight. You don't mind, right? She asked me with big pleading eyes. Probably planning on sleeping with one of the guys. I shrugged. I didn't think I had a say in it anyway. She smiled gladly at my reply. I knew you wouldn't mind. She spoke gleefully. Dinner's tonight. Dad said no friends, Vince said toward us in the same low tone as Misty, which was a cross between shouting and loud whispering. Looking to Vince, Misty flipped him off. That's what I think about the dinner, she stated with fake sarcasm. He scowled as Misty threw up both her middle fingers. And this is what I think of you intruding on our conversation, she stated, grinning. Vince sent her a wink. You'll want me someday, princess. He sighed with a proud look, as if Misty would stoop that low. I felt my face scrunch up in disgust. "You're a pig, Vince," I said, shaking my head toward him. He scoffed, "Stop talking to me or I'll pay Ben over here to kick your ass," he stated low and clearly trying to start shit with the new guy. As he jerked his thumb to Ben, I turned in my seat and looked behind me at Ben, his green eyes flashing over my face. He looks as annoyed as I would have guessed. We made eye contact, and I turned to Vince. "Really? 'Cause I could kick his ass and yours without even batting an eyelash," I said, turning back around. He laughed, catching Mrs. Phillips' attention. "Mr. Panther, have you got something to share?" Her glasses fogging up. I grinned, and he spoke. "Yeah, I do. Lana is a lesbian," he said, sighing and placing both hands on the table, shaking his head. There was even a long, dramatic pause before he said lesbian. My face must have resembled something of a what the fuck, because everyone laughed while I looked at him, shutting my eyes and pinching the bridge of my nose. First off, in a time like this, is that even really a surprise or something that needs to be announced? I mean, if I was a lesbian, would it be any different than being straight? Nonetheless, I am related to a complete dumbass, I muttered. "Seriously? Lesbian?" I let out a laugh and looked to Misty, who stood in her seat and sat in my lap, kissing my cheek. Mrs. Phillips gasped, "Oh my! Misty, please take a seat this moment!" The class bursted into fits of laughter. Misty laughed while she looked at Ben, smirking at him. Mrs. Phillips came walking to... Oh, God damn it. Why is this thing dumb? Why? I don't know what I did. No, it's saying one-handed movement now. So now I'm moving instead of scrolling.
Oh, you need to shift the other controller away.
Stupid thing. That's why? Yeah. So dumb. Okay. Jeez. Make sure I'm moving hands. Mrs. Phillips came walking toward us and looked to Ben. "I'm very sorry. These young women are more trouble than you'd ever imagine." She scolded us. I don't know how I'm the troublemaker. She's the trouble one. I laughed a little as Misty got off and stood on the table doing a small, sultry dance. "I am a very good girl, Mrs. Phillips," she stated, looking over at the old woman. I let out a laugh, and the bell rang, letting relief cross over Mrs. Phillips' eyes. I stood, grabbing my small black Coach backpack and helping Misty down. She's too much sometimes. I mean, come on, girl. Bending over to fix my knee-length white socks, I let my hair fall over my shoulder and balanced on Misty's shoulder while she reapplied her lip gloss. Looking back at Ben, he had a straight face as he slung his backpack onto one shoulder and seemed to want to get past us already. I don't think he's here for fucking, because if I had bent over that way in front of any other guy at this school, he'd still be gawking at my ass. I moved back into my desk as he went through the narrow path, his body brushing past mine, and I thought I imagined when he placed a hand on my waist, giving it a small squeeze, before walking out the class. Maybe it was just a push for me to get the fuck out of his way. Misty and I have the exact same schedule. We paid to have it that way. Literally paid. Every year for the last 12 years, our parents have paid to have us together. We're sort of inseparable. Our next class was anatomy and physiology, which was honestly just memorizing crap. It was a very easy class. I hate this class, Misty spoke low as we headed to our assigned seats. Most classes don't really have assigned seats. They have what we call UAs, which is just a seat we choose in the beginning of class, and it just sticks to us. It's usually very awkward when a new kid sits in our UAs. Misty and I sat at the table together with her shifting on the metal stools, scolding them. Everyone had a partner in this class, and of course mine was Misty, which meant all the grades we earned are from me. Oh shit, Ryan's here today, Misty stated in a low shout as she leaned forward and looked over at the blonde guy. I'm surprised the cops actually let him come to school. Last weekend, he apparently drugged and raped a girl at one of the parties. He claims he didn't rape her and that she was fully aware, but I doubt it. I eyed him over in disgust before looking to the door, my stomach not wanting to watch him any longer. Miss Bevra stood at the front, smiling at the kid walking in. Well, that's going to make Misty happy. Ben's in this class too, I said, looking from him to Misty, who smirked at him, licking her lips. She eyed him over. New boy, she called. He turned, looking to her as she gave him her flirtatious grin and patted the seat across her. The kid that used to sit on our table got kicked out of the school. God damn it, it's doing that thing. I mean, the guy's going to have to be an odd number in a group anyways. The class is even now, and he just came and fucked it up. Asshole, ruining perfectly good, even-numbered classrooms. Are we really letting him into our group? The guy's a douche, I said low, watching her stare at me with puppy dog eyes. She sighed. Just let me fuck him, please. Then I'll kick him off our table, I promise, she said, smiling. I rolled my eyes. Fine, but I get to do the kicking, I said, watching him finish talking to Miss Bevra and come over to our table. I have to pause and scroll each time. It's hard to be continuously speaking. His eyes ran over Misty, and he put his backpack on the stool across from me while taking his seat across from her. How weird that you're in this class too. Can I see your schedule? She asked, leaning forward and smiling seductively at him. He looked over at her with furrowed eyebrows. No, he said before turning his attention back to the teacher. I laughed lightly and avoided Misty's glare. She's going to realize later that the guy is gay and it's going to be hilarious challenge of hers to fuck gay man. Silence grew and people still filed into their seats. So you're not a nice guy, are you? You're like a bad boy, huh? Misty asked, sounding like some blonde bimbo in a horror film ready to walk into her death. I laughed a bit more when he just glanced at her and looked away, bored. She shoved me, and I quickly caught the desk, pushing myself back upright from falling. He's obviously gay, Mitz, I said low, and watched him look to me with a lot of hatred in his eyes. Oh, I guess that was a secret. Misty scoffed. God would never make a man that hot, and then, oh my God, he's gay, she said with her expression changing mid-sentence. I smirked at her dumbfounded jaw dropping. Sigh. Poor girl. Next week we're dissecting the cats as your last assignment. Do remember to bring the correct attire and the proper equipment. Closed-toe shoes, hair will be pulled back and out of the way. You'll bring an apron or some sort of clothing protector, and please, no watches or bracelets. I have seen so many kids accidentally get the cat's stomach fluids on their $100 watches, then come crying to me about it, she said, eyeing Misty, who was fiddling with her bracelets. I mean it, Misty. You'll keep your jewelry in your bag, she stated. Misty nodded. Got it, Bev. She gave her a thumbs up. I smiled at Misty, and she eyed me. You'll have to put your long-ass Rapunzel hair in a bun, she said, taking my hair in her hand and twisting it, giving me a waggled pair of eyebrows. Turning back to Miss Bevra, I listened as she began explaining the worksheet she was handing to us. Make sure you fill in every blank. This is for points. You can work together on it. You have till the end of class. She handed us each a couple printed pages of a cat's skeletal system, organ system, and then one of the muscles with line and blank spaces beside them, labeling. She looked down at Ben. I don't know if you guys got this far in your other school. Just try to fill out as much as possible, okay? She asked, smiling at him gently. He nodded, and I watched her walk away as he checked out her ass. Maybe he's not gay. Bye, I muttered softly, his eyes looking to me, green piercing my damn soul before he turned to the paper. Misty looked down at the paper and gave me a sheepish smile. You know this, right? Because I only know where the pelvis is and then the heart. I eyed her over as she pointed to the fibula, calling it a pelvis. Moving her finger up to the pelvis, I watched her laugh. Oh, she mumbled. I smirked and began filling the papers out. The fibula, patella, scapula, metacarpals, metatarsals, the sternum, rib cage, pelvis, frontal parietal, and occipital lobe, and eventually the rest. Handing her the page, I began the next, labeling all the damn muscles in 10 minutes, before handing it to her and then doing all the organs. She handed me the page back, and I stared at Ben, who eyed my paper with a bit of desire. Guess someone's not really a brainiac. You can copy it, I said, avoiding eye contact with him and instead seeing how sloppy Misty's handwriting is. One of the papers was taken, and I bit back a grin, and Misty looked up at him. I have the organ one and skeletal if you want, she said, holding them to him. He shook his head, and I stared at the other 2 pages filled out. Damn it, he is sort of smart. I received all my papers back, jotting my name on top and turning them into Miss Bevra. Turning around, I smacked into Ryan, and he steadied me upright with his hands, grasping my wrists. I'm sorry, Lana, you okay? He asked with a sweet smile. Pig. My heart raced, and I pulled my wrists from his grasp, stepping back into Misty, who was behind me, giving him a glare. He dropped his stare and went to walk past us, but instead I walked past him. I'm not letting him get anything first. I ran into another body and scowled at him. Ben stared down at me and his papers on the floor, his jaw clenching as he looked down at Misty, and I annoyed. What is it, run into Jackass's day? I sighed and reached down, grabbing his papers and smacking them to his chest, pushing past him. Grabbing my bag, I headed out the room with Misty, the bell ringing right behind us. I just wanted to get to my next class so I can ogle my hot teacher. Misty opened the locker, switching our books and shutting it, walking with me to the classroom. I spend most focus in. That sounded weird. Yeah, I don't even know how to reword that sentence. Misty opened the locker, switching our books and shutting it, walking with me to the classroom I spend the most focus in. He's wearing a black button-up, Misty said low as we passed by Mr. Mueller. I gave him a small smile, and he returned it with a wide, perfect smile, completely unaware of how bad I wanted to sit on his face. Sitting in the back with Misty, I watched Misty take the seat beside me, looking back and knocking my book out of my hand. Bitch. I scowled. Dang it. Come on. I scowled and bent down, picking it up and then hearing someone clear their throat. Standing, I placed the book on my desk and stared behind me at Mr. Mueller. He's even hotter right now. Sorry, book dropped, I said, moving aside as he blushed and brushed past me to the back of the room. I turned my head to see him pull out the workbooks from the back. I stood and smiled at him. You need help? I asked, watching his eyes move to the workbooks. Just place one on every desk, he said as he went to the other side of the room, placing the books down. I'll fuck him right on these damn books. I swear I'd lay these books out and fuck him on top of them, I whispered to Misty, who laughed and stood, helping me put the books on the desks. As the door opened, I stared at Ben. Holy shit, is this guy in all of my classes? He seemed annoyed too, because he sighed as he noticed us both. Misty, though, she beamed. Oh, Ben, sit with us, she said, pointing to the desk in front of me. I scowled as he walked over. Sit behind me, not in front, I said, placing the last workbook down. He eyed me in aggravation, but Misty popped her head up behind me. Lana likes to fantasize about our teacher. She needs a clear view, she said low as she eyed Mr. Mueller, who was talking with another student. Ben turned his head and looked from me to Mr. Mueller, scoffing and sitting behind me. Douchebag. I took my seat in front of him and turned around, looking at him. Don't act like you don't fantasize about your teachers. You'll only be lying, I said, turning back around. Misty looked back and then eyed me with wide eyes. Why fantasize when you can actually fuck them? He asked low and right behind my ear. I turned and stared at his amused eyes before looking to Mr. Mueller thoughtfully. Why don't I fuck him? After daydreaming of the many ways Mr. Mueller and I could get away with fucking, I finished class and was on to my fourth, which surprisingly Ben wasn't in. The class went quick, and so did lunch. The last 2 classes seemed to drag on, and lucky for me, I had both with Ben. As the last bell rang, I got up and hurried out the door. I just wanted to be done with class. My brain only wants one thing. Leaving Misty, I headed for Mr. Mueller's room, knocking. He gestured for me to come in, and I headed into the room. His smile, genuine and kind, something about him told me he wouldn't ever cheat on his wife with me. I stared nervously to the door and caught eyes with Ben, who was leaning into the lockers across, his eyes on me as he waited. Staring back at Mr. Mueller, I leaned in. I was wondering if you could remind me when our next test was. I lied. He nodded. I believe it's in 2 weeks, the Thursday of that week, he said, smiling. I smiled back. Great, thanks, I said, hurrying out the door and past Ben, who saw my failed attempt at seducing my teacher. Now I just want to shove my head in a hole. Well, that was the end of chapter 1. I need to take a second. I need to take this off my head. I don't know how to take this thing off my head exactly, but... Damn it. Sort of. Not really. Kind of just smashed all of my hair down. Ugh, that's so annoying. Oh, fuck you. I didn't know my thing said green onions. My, like, pants. Oh, now I'm, like, weirdly sitting on the floor. Did you change something? Well, now I'm sitting, like, I'm like a floating sitting position. I know, it's weird. I don't know how it did that. What the fuck? Maybe? Like, corrected itself somehow? Okay, let me try to move this mirror. Come on, let me grab you. Come on. Come on. Nope, nope, nope. Whoop. How's that? Like... Are my eyes open? No. My eyes are not open. Why are my eyes not open? Did it switch hands? Are my eyes open? I can't tell. Does this hand control the thing still? Okay. Are my eyes open? Okay. Can I do right-handed now? Oh, okay. It's working with right hand now. Weird. Like, so randomly. Okay. Sorry. What does that say? Okay. So, chapter 2 is, he's titled Bad Boy. It hasn't even been a week since Ben arrived, and somehow he managed to become the bad boy at the school. I'm talking run, here comes Ben kind of bad boy. The one that makes me look like a joke, to be honest. And after been ah, and after Misty's been ignored countless times the last few weeks, she's grown tired of him. Girls became too scared to talk to him, while guys tried their best to avoid everything that had to do with him. It pretty much started when Vince's friend Marcus had stated something to Ben. No one really knows what he said, but all they know is that he ended up in the hospital with 12 broken bones. I decided this school can belong to him. My face was way too important to me. Only thing is that he won't be making me look or feel stupid. I won't have that. I'm still holding my ground as top of the damn school. Whoop, I shifted. I don't know what happened. Whoop, too far. Damn it. Okay. Walking to first period, I took my seat with Misty, who was ranting about her hookup with the best baseball player in school, Jesse Mathers. Sure, he was cute, but he was such an immature boy. I guess maturity of the mind doesn't matter when the guy's got a baseball player's ass and a cock the size of a baseball bat. Misty's over-exaggerated way of saying it's big. I don't do sporty guys. I like my men educated, built, and with a desire to flaunt me off. Too cheesy? Too dreamy? And his body, she moaned. It's amazing. She rambled on, talking about how his thick legs are all muscle. Ben walked in and took his seat behind me, looking to Misty as she went on in complete detail about her night. Spread me and just dove right in. Lana, I've never been eaten out that way. He was just, it was euphoric, she said, shutting her eyes and thinking back on it. Poor stupid girl. This is why I don't trust guys, because he'll sleep with her and leave her. Not that she cares. More or less, she slept with him just to cross him off her list. She isn't a virgin, so it won't be something big. I, on the other hand, am a virgin, an extreme virgin. I've never kissed anyone before. I'm such a virgin, I don't wear tampons, mostly because I can't seem to put them in. Yeah, it's more embarrassing than it sounds, and honestly, not something I like to think about. Sure, I'm a hiring, dirty-minded girl, but that's all it is, thinking. When I first told Misty, she didn't believe me, and she said I was too pretty to be a virgin. I just have a lot of big plans for myself. These high school boys aren't worthy of my virginity. Oh, it crashed. Yeah. I went bloop, I'm in blue. Which button do I click? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Damn it. I keep getting like itchy in spots that I can't get to. Okay. Now, there I am. Nope, not that button. That button. First of all, let me click that. Turn that back on. Okay. Worlds. I can't see because it's behind my thing. Can you move? Can I move the menu? No? What world am I trying to get into? I can't see them. Like, at least the top corner, I can't. I can kind of see the menu. Okay, I can see trending. This is like glitching out. Hold on. Yeah, because I can't see the full menu because my text is blocking it. And I can't get this to go away and move. Well, now the text is gone. Yes. Because I clicked that button. Well, now I am. I mean, it brought the words back up. I feel like there's like two different menus that are up right now. See, there's like two. Left hand. I'm hitting B. A. A, B. Toggle. Flat. No, that made the text go away. But the text is still gone. I don't understand why this is like stuck now. I am. Oh, that did something. I don't know how. I think I clicked one of the triggers. I don't understand. If it stops geeking out, it's like freezing. Okay. What worlds? Oops. Oh, God, stop. No. That's what I did. Friends only. NSFW avatars behavior content streamed what? Am I gonna get in trouble for saying swear words and sex things? Weird. Oh, my fucking hair. Get it off my face. I don't know what I'm doing down here. They're floating fish. They're floating fish. The sparkle room. Some sort of jazzy music. Is that a cat? That I can't really see. Why are you just a creepy shadow cat? Can I not go further? To walk? Do I have to hop? How do I get up there? I'm so confused. Oh, apparently it's left-handed again. It's just doing the weird jumpity jump of back and forth with hands. It's gonna work. It's supposed to be like a bed. Well, there's like bouncy star skies. Oh, hello. Why are you up there? You just like popped right next to me. You do have a little cat, I suppose. God, it like glitched out so hard. Is that another creature on the ground? There is. Like, there's a thing behind you on the ground. Why is this glitching out so hard? Oh, there's the little. Oh my gosh, it's like a loaf of bread cake. Like, or cat. Yeah. It looks like a loaf of bread. It's sliced and everything. Oh, do I have a little black cat? Huh? Oh, my thing froze again. There. What? Again, you're behind my screen. So, you're just like on a couch. Again, screen in front of my face. So, it's cutting off half your body. You mean the pillow? How? What about you? Can I pick you up? No, probably not. A loaf of bread cake with cat with dead eyes. Why do you have dead eyes? Like, it's like Coraline. I don't know if you moving around is making it glitch that much, or... It's like there's a damn earthquake in here. It's making the music glitch, too. Everything's still freaking out. It's being stupid. I don't know. It's okay. It's not doing anything now. I need to get a mirror up here. Am I like floating in air? Like, I don't know what... Like, am I sitting? Floating sitting? Weird. I'm just looking at the two cats standing at your feet. I need to like move all this stuff. Like, I need words back. And yeah. I don't know if this room will crash any less, to be honest.
There you go.
There's a cosmopolitan building behind me. Through my rainy window that's also now having an earthquake again. I don't think so. I need to get the mirror back up. How did I do that again? Nope. Damn it. I keep doing that. I accidentally crashed the fucking... Wrong buttons. Okay. I need to do recalibration of myself. How did I do that? There. I don't know what I look like in the mirror, but... Again, the text is there. I can't see myself. Do I have paws at the bottom of my shoes? Those are cute. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Like, I don't have no idea what's happening up here at all with my screen. Oh yeah, my audio's off again. How do I fix that again? Which hand does that? The sound. And... There. Now, how do I get out of this menu? Exit. Exit. Oh gosh, I'm itchy. Okay. Yeah, I saw. I fixed it. Eyeballs. Registering anywhere? Oh, is it right hand again? Right hand triggering? It's right hand triggering again. Okay. Nope. Nope. I do have cute nails with this fucking avatar. What? They're all like sharp and spicy. Hello, little cat. You are my friend. This. You. Come here. Put you down here. No. Move away from me, though. You're too close. Spit. Oh my god. That's it. Let's again. No, there's there again. Weird ass shit. What? What? What the thing? I didn't even see you come into frame. Oh. I see you away from me, but that's okay. With our 2 following cats. That's funny. My vape again. Take another second before I continue on. Do you actually terribly mind putting the can of soda that is open next to the couch in my hand? Yes. So that I can attempt to take a drink. Where's the mouth? What? Here. Somehow, by me tilting my head upward, I have ended up inside of the couch. And now... Huh? Button. I have to do this again. Come on. Oh, did I end up in a different room? Why is there a bed behind me now? I like recalibrated and ended up in a different space? How did I do that? How did I do that? What ladder? You mean... Can I just, like, hop down? Woo! Where am I at? Where? Do I have to click it? HQ mirror? Did I click it? Now my screen thing's there. Where is the big mirror? Oh, okay. How do I move the personal mirror again? Which of these buttons is that? Tools. No. Is it like a long hold? Nope. Whoops. Okay, and I got rid of that. Well, sort of. The text is there, but like in front of my face. Now it's like whether or not I have control over functions of movement is another thing. Can't like back up. Why can't I back up? I can move around, like spin around, but I can't go side to side or back. Why does it like to like glitch out on the controls so much? And now it's not even doing that. Fuck. Come on, recalibrate yourself, bitch. Too close. Back it up. Back it up. Hello, loaf cat. Loaf cat. Loaf cat. Psh, 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 psh. Oh, you're like in my legs. If you spin around, but then it's like, good loaf cat. Good loaf cat. Why? Sorry. I can't actually see what's happening with the loaf cat. I just know it's like in my lap. And now I can't move forward again. There we go. Jesus. Do I have to back up further? I don't know how close I am to this mirror. If I'm too close. Too close. Up. Up. Oh, okay. It's right-handed again. Right-handed again. Okay. Right hand to keep eyeballs open. You're like behind the mirror. Oh, there's another cat pillow there, I guess. Strange little room. Is that where you put the other one? Did you set it on fire? Am I in the bed or like am I sunken in the pillows? I can't see my body through the text. Are my legs floating? Why'd you put a cat pillow near me? Did I pick that up? You did? Why? Why? I'm like floating in the bed, aren't I? I am. And it's gonna require another one of these. Seems to be the only thing that can get me to have a sitting position. Come on. Why? Fix. Fix, give me body. Sheesh. Ridiculous. This loaf is in my leg. I just don't know why I can't move forward. That I don't understand. Or back, I guess. Open. I don't know what I look like in the mirror, but I'm assuming I'm there. Does it look better than the grass situation? I should be reading dirty books from a bed. You don't know how to squat. What do you mean? Which one of these hands is controlling my eyeballs? Okay, it controls this one, but I have to have both hands on or something. Okay, so it's like that. My fingers are so sparkly. Why am I so sparkly? I wish I had glitter skin. People should have glitter skin. Okay, and make sure, let me check my ability to scroll. Okay. Does it play this background music the whole time? Is that going to be distracting? Like on the recording of everything? I mean, this is better than the last music a little bit because it seems more sultry rather than the like calmness that was happening in the other one. Sorry. I was messing with the music and interpreting my hands because I don't know how my body movements work in this thing. Like, it doesn't really register, like, obviously, like, super well. I do like the tongue thing, that's funny. Okay, I'll try to continue. Poor stupid girl. This is why I don't trust guys, because he'll sleep with her and leave her. Not that she cares. More or less, she slept with him just to cross him off her list. She isn't a virgin, so it won't be something big. I, on the other hand, am a virgin, an extreme virgin. I've never kissed anyone before. I'm such a virgin I don't wear tampons, mostly because I can't seem to put them in. Yeah, it's more embarrassing than it sounds, and honestly not something I like to think about. Sure, I'm a hiring, dirty-minded girl, but that's all it is, thinking. When I first told Misty, she didn't believe me, and she said I was too pretty to be a virgin. I just have a lot of big plans for myself. These high school boys aren't worthy of my virginity. In a way, I've matured past the fucking stage. Like how I don't go flaunt my breasts like my best friend, and how I will never act outside the lines of a lady, as Misty calls it. Go away. What did I do? I almost had a relationship with some guy, Justin, but I broke it off after he just dragged me. Why is this? Come on, give me eyeballs. You bitch, why you gotta be this way? Do I have to switch hands again? I have to switch hands again. Okay. I almost had a relationship with some guy, Justin, but I broke it off after he just dragged me on and figured I wouldn't give him what he wanted. That sounds so messed up. Hold on. I almost had a relationship with some guy, Justin, but I broke it off after he just strung me along. Okay, that's better. I almost had a relationship with some guy, Justin, but I broke it off after he just strung me along and figured I wouldn't give him what he wanted. Then after he replaced me very quickly, I decided guys only want sex. I do like to flirt, though. Where's Vince? Mrs. Phillips asked me, staring at his empty seat. I shrugged. I think he either went to visit his friend at the hospital or he's attempting to get a lay in the back of his car, I said, cringing. Mrs. Phillips blushed and eyed the empty desk and scowled at me in disgust. I'm just as disgusted. You're not alone there. She scolded me. That was very uncalled for, Miss Panther. I cocked an eyebrow as Misty laughed, my curiosity wandering as she continued to eye the guy behind me. It may have been uncalled for, but it was also the truth, Misty spoke through her fits of laughter. She sighed at the two of us and walked away annoyed and done with us. Misty leaned back in. You know he actually has a fetish for keeping one finger in the ass while he thrusts in, she asked, waggling her eyebrows. I eyed her. Now, Misty, explain to me how the hell I would know that when I can't stand Jessie? I asked, watching her laugh. She leaned in. You honestly should fuck Alex. He's seriously in love with you, she said, pointing across the room. I looked over at the shaggy-haired brunette who was watching me intently. He quickly looked away when we caught eyes, and I smirked, looking back at Misty. I like men, not boys, Mitz, I said, sighing. Class went on with her talking in detail. Finally, we went to anatomy class, where I eyed the dead cat not on the table. It smells like shit, Misty said, cringing and covering her mouth from vomiting. I eyed her watch. Put your watch away, I said, giving her a threatening stare. She sighed and took it off, tossing it in her bag and then handing us both hair ties. I pulled my hair into a messy bun, staring down at the bagged cat. Ben was getting the scalpel and tweezers along with all the other crap we needed to use. As he placed them down, I pulled on gloves and a mask, slipping my white apron and opening the bag. The chemicals filling the room and smelling absolutely horrid. I think I'm going vegetarian, Misty said, cringing. I laughed. You can't. You swallow cock too much, I responded, watching her scowl and push my shoulder. Looking up at Ben, he let out a small sound that sounded like a laugh. his mask covering his face, though. I lifted the cat, placing it on the dissection tray, and stared at Misty, who began reading the directions out loud. As I began cutting the cat, I had Ben clip back the flesh to keep it out of my way. Running the scalpel over the cat's muscle tissue, I stared at Ben, and he pulled it back with the pliers, clipping it back. "Drill the bones," she said, eyeing the little drill saw. I placed the scalpel down and pulled the drill out, turning it on, leaning in, sawing the bones in a perfect box. "You are so freakishly good at this, Lana. It's almost like you've done this before," Misty said, laughing. I smirked and pulled the bones out, placing them on the table and turning the drill saw off. "If I did, you'd know, Mitz." I stared at her, waiting, and she continued. "You'll have to remove the organs carefully," she said, eyeing me. "That's all it says." She flipped the paper, laughing. "Wonderful." Reaching in for the first one, I lifted the heart out, and Ben reached over, snipping the arteries, leaving the heart to stand alone in my palm. Damn it, it's doing it again. Here we are. It's like a constant switch, depending on which hand it's going to decide to leave my eyeballs open. Sorry, it made me mad. Wonderful. Reaching in for the first one, I lifted the heart out, and Ben reached over, snipping the arteries, leaving the heart to stand alone in my palm. I placed it down and went in for the next one. Misty eyed me in disgust. "Remind me not ever to let you touch me again," she cringed. I cocked an eyebrow. "I'm wearing gloves," I said, confused. She shrugged. "Doesn't matter. I will never get this image out of my head. I hope you're happy," she said, shaking her head and crossing her arms over her chest. I gestured to the small toothpicks with blank white paper at the tips. "Begin labeling," I said, watching her write all the organs listed on the paper. She pushed the heart label into the heart and cringed. "I hate this class," she whined. "Stop being such a crybaby," I said, pulling the stomach out carefully. Ben went to cut, but I shook my head. "Hand name 2 of the little rubber bands. The last thing we want is its stomach fluids and crap spilling everywhere," I said, watching him nod and hand me the rubber bands. I placed the stomach into his hands and pinched the ends of the stomach, putting rubber bands at the ends. I cut the 2 ends, and then we placed the stomach down. "Don't poke it, just put the toothpick beside it," I said to Misty, who nodded. Reaching back in, I got out the lungs, but had to cut them out from inside. The sound of a girl screaming caught my attention, and I ran the scalpel over my hand. "Fuck," I muttered, pulling my hand out and eyeing the blood. Ben stared down at my hand before gesturing to the sink. "Go wash it," he said, catching me off guard entirely. I handed him the scalpel and went to the sink, pulling my gloves off and running my hand under the hot water. Scrubbing my hands with soap and water, I poured the rubber alcohol on it. Ouch. Fucking ow! I sighed and waited for it to stop stinging before I washed my hand off again. Placing a napkin to it, I let it dry while I eyed Miss Bevra as she leaned over and looked down at my hand. "You okay?" she asked. Looking to it, I nodded. "Yeah, just got spooked," I said, gesturing to Melanie, who was covered in stomach juices and crying. Miss Bevra nodded. "All right, well, you should have an alcohol pad in it. Just make sure you know," she asked, reaching up and grabbing a first aid kit. Man, that is written horribly. It says first aid kid. That whole sentence, sorry. Miss Bevra nodded. "All right, well, you should leave an alcohol pad on it, just to make sure, you know?" she asked, reaching up and grabbing a first aid kit. She placed an alcohol prep pad on it and then a bandage over it. I forgot how bad the first one kind of is, actually, with the writing as far as it needing edited. That's okay. I headed back to my group, pulling on a new pair of gloves. When I got back, most of the organs had been cut out and placed on the tray. Misty was smiling at Ben, flirting. I honestly can't leave her alone for longer than 5 minutes. When we finished, we each were asked what certain parts of the cat were, the layers of his skin, and what system they're part of. Ben and I passed, but Misty was told to stay after class. I headed to my next period, taking my seat and ogling my teacher. Typical and highly normal day. It wasn't until lunch that we actually saw Vince, and I was right. He was cheering with his friends about how he got the best lay in the back of his truck with Emily Morse. She's a slut. You shouldn't be so happy, but there he is, proud as hell. I sat across Misty on our 4-seated table. Our friendship never extended out to more than just us two, mostly because she's possessive and easily gets jealous of anyone taking my attention away, while I just have trust issues. I'm just saying, if he would admit he did it, then maybe people would see him as a truthful jackass. Still a jackass, but at least an honest one, Misty said, talking about Ryan. She's just pissed because he stopped us in the hall to ask me if I was free Friday. I said no, and that I'd never be free. My eyes ran over the cafeteria, and I eyed the boy sitting alone, a burger in his hands, and his focus on the person he talked to on the phone. Whoever it was, he seemed annoyed with them, as if he wasn't annoyed with everyone else. I just can't believe the nerve of him, asking my Lana if he could, if he should, if she would. Who the hell does he think he is? She asked, taking an aggravated bite of her Chinese food. I bit it into my pizza, my eyes still lingering over Ben. I couldn't help but wonder if he was secretly a psychopath or a sociopath. As his eyes matched mine, he gave me a deep glare that was mixed with annoyance and anger. I was thinking of just calling it the Lana glare since, honestly, I'm the only one he really gives it to. I've noticed other people get regular glares, just normal ones, and I get these ones that are almost taunting. Looking to Misty, I rolled my eyes at her anger. Don't get so worked up. It's not like I'm going to do anything with the scumbag, I said, watching her cool down a bit. Finishing the last bite of my pizza, as she finished talking about all the diseases I'd probably get from my cut, I eyed her, annoyed. We stood, taking our trays to the trash, my focus stuck on Misty, who was giving statistics. She pulled from her ass. 73% of cats hold extreme diseases like AIDS, she said, nodding. I didn't really notice the big muscle bag in the front of me until the entire cafeteria went quiet, and I realized the terror of my situation. Looking over at the mess, I felt my jaw drop along with my big girl act. I just spilt my lunch all over Ben, and he was giving me the Lana glare to the extreme. My foot. Fuck my life. Why? Why me? I'm trying to not make this guy my enemy. I just want him to be as disassociated with me as possible. If looks could kill, I'd be tortured to the extremes as I yelled in agony, forced to drink my own blood while I was slowly stapled to a wall with my skin splitting open. My hands let my tray drop to the floor, and I took a little jump back, watching it fall to the ground, making an echo in the silence. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Ben, I stated, feeling like I've just dug up my own grave. If he had spilt his lunch on me, I know I'd have created a scene worthy of a crowd. Grabbing the napkins off Misty's tray, I began wiping it. Shit. Grabbing the napkins off Misty's tray, I began wiping at it to clear off the food stains on his dark blue jacket. His strong, defined body stiffened as I placed one hand on his lower back while the other tried to wipe off the mustard from my stupid fries. Why'd I even eat fries? I kneeled down at his crotch level, his body trying to step back, but my other hand kept him still. A whistle came out from the direction of Vince's buddies, and I let Misty give them the finger instead. Ignoring it, I licked the napkin, trying to get out the other stains for a good 30 seconds. Giving up, I stood and dropped the napkin to her tray and running my hand through my hair. Really, I didn't mean to, I said, sighing, and felt like a bitch. He looked the same as before, glaring daggers my way. It wasn't until he was stepping closer and closer did I realize I was backing away. We reached the back wall and he placed a hand beside my head, staring down at me with a clenched jaw and eyes filled with anger. That's where he keeps all the emotions, in his eyes. Dang it. I've got an idea. How about you give me your jacket and I'll buy you a new one, or dry clean it if you need. Whatever you choose, I said, looking up at him, feeling guilty. My voice startled me. I mean, I sounded out of breath, so... What? I don't know what word this is supposed to be because it's like starred out. It's like a swear word, but it's like starred out. And I don't know which one it's supposed to be because the only S word that I know is like shit and shitty and slut. What other S words are there? Would it be sexual? Is it just sexual? Because it looks like it starts with an S and ends with an L. Maybe. Maybe. My voice startled me. I mean, I sounded out of breath. So sexual, too. And if I could sound more powerful and calm, I'd be a queen. He stepped back after a few minutes, and to my surprise, he began pulling the jacket off, his perfectly annoying nice muscles. I focused on the floor, and once his jacket was off, I looked back up to find him handing it to me. Taking it, he eyed me up and down. Next time, watch where you walk. Those were his last words as he walked out the cafeteria, leaving everyone to gape and blink like fish out of water. Misty stood beside me, looking down at the shirt. Whoa. Stop being an earthquake. Oh, I have an itch. Stop it. It's freaking out. Well, if your plan was to get him undressed, good plan. I mean, you should have got it on the zipper of his jeans just so you could lick it off. She stated as if it was such a normal thing, which it is for Misty. I stared down at the jacket and forced myself not to think about or even imagine what licking mustard off Ben's crotch would be like. I shook my head, forcing it out of my mind. Damn you, Misty, I stated, looking at everyone staring at me. I glared. What? Fuck off, I yelled at everyone staring. They all went back to their conversations while some idiot cheered, "Strip." I grabbed a fruit cup, chucking it at his head and watching him fall out of his seat, holding his eye. Misty grinned, and I sent her a glare. "Don't think you're out of this. You put a terrible," she placed up an index finger. "Sexual perverted image, not terrible," she corrected. I rolled my eyes, ignoring her. "Whatever, let's go get this stupid thing cleaned already." I huffed out and headed out the doors with her. I'm totally ditching the next 2 classes. I'm not going to see his face until I have to. And that is the end of chapter 2. I'm going to take a break because my head hurts.
You done?